This video demo will show you how to set up your brokerage within Reesio, as well as invite brokerage members. Reesio is perfect for brokers, agents, and transaction coordinators. And regardless of which role type that you are, you can actually set up your own brokerage within Reesio directly from the home page. So for example, if you're an individual agent who's using Reesio, you would sign up from the home page and basically be in a brokerage by yourself. However, if you're a broker or an agent as part of a multi-agent brokerage, and you want to set up a brokerage for more than one person, you would also do that from the home page simply by entering your name, email, and password, and then inviting other brokerage members into your brokerage within Reesio, which I'm going to show you how to do in a moment. So in essence, when you create an account from the home page by entering in your name, email, and password, you will automatically be setting up a brokerage within Reesio. And regardless of whether it's just yourself within that brokerage, or whether you invite other brokerage members, that brokerage will be created for your brokerage. Okay, so let's get started. To begin creating a new brokerage within Reesio, again, simply enter in your name, email, and a password, and click the Get Started for free, regardless, again, if you're a broker, an agent, or a transaction coordinator. Once I click the Get Started for free button, it's going to then ask me to choose my role type within the brokerage. Again, we've classified all the role types into three main categories: broker, TC, and agent. Now, if you have a role type within your brokerage that's slightly different than one of these three role types, such as broker associate or sales manager, just choose the role type that most closely matches what your role type within the brokerage is. It doesn't really matter that much other than syntax that we use to denote what your role type is next to your name and avatar. So in this case, I'm going to say that I'm a broker, but again, you could say that you're a TC or an agent. And after I choose my role type, it's then going to take me into the main brokerage transaction management dashboard. And it's going to give me a welcome window here that says, "Thank you for choosing Reesio to simplify your business." Click on the Start Tour button to see a walkthrough of important next steps to begin setting up your brokerage and account. Of course, you could skip this tour if you want, but we definitely recommend going through the tour. It's a very short 3-step tour that just walks you through how to set up your brokerage information. So I'm going to click the orange Start Tour button, and the first thing it's going to show me is how to add my brokerage details. So if I click on this little cog wheel, it's going to bring up a window where I can add my brokerage details in here. So I'll go ahead and add my brokerage details. So basically my brokerage name, license number, address, city, state, zip, and phone number. And then I'm going to click Submit. And you'll see that all this information gets populated over here on the left-hand side, which is kind of my brokerage profile information. So I'm then going to click the Next button, which then shows me how to invite brokerage members. So let me show you how to invite brokerage members into your brokerage. Now, you don't have to do this right at the initial setup. You could wait for later on to do this, but we do recommend doing this at the beginning if you have other brokerage members that you'll be inviting in. Of course, if it's just going to be yourself using Reesio, then you could skip this step altogether and click Next. But let me click on the Invite Brokerage Members button here so you can see how to invite other brokerage members. So the Invite Brokerage Members window has two options for you to invite other brokerage members from your brokerage into Reesio. You could first, or you could choose the left-hand option, which is an automatic email invitation. So if I type in the email addresses of my brokerage members, separated by commas, and then I click the Send Email button, Reesio is automatically going to send an email to the people that you enter in the email address for, inviting them in to your brokerage. And in that email will be a unique invitation link that's tied specifically to your brokerage that they can click on. When they click on that link and they enter in their name, email, and password, they will automatically join your brokerage with no additional things that they have to do or any verification steps required. Okay? Alternatively, we have given you this unique invitation link that's tied just to your brokerage that you can choose to manually send to them. So you could copy this URL to your clipboard, and if you send this to them, then they will automatically, again, be able to click on this, enter in their name, email, and password, and then they will automatically be part of your brokerage. You might want to use this option if, for example, you want to customize the email or put it on your brokerage's intranet website as an easy way for people to join your brokerage. Whereas if you just want us to take care of sending the email and inviting them, you would choose the option over here on the left-hand side and enter in the email addresses here and click Send Email. Regardless of which option you choose, it is critical that you invite your brokerage members with one of these two ways. Because if your brokerage members instead sign up from the home page, they will end up creating their own brokerage, which I mentioned at the beginning of this demo. Because again, if you create an account from the home page, you will automatically be creating a brand new brokerage for just that account. So if that happens, then those members will not be part of your brokerage. And it becomes difficult then to be able to move them over. In fact, you would manually have to submit a help ticket to support@reesio.com to move them over into the brokerage. And that can take 24 to 48 hours, which of course is not convenient. So again, make sure that you invite them from one of the two mechanisms on this Invite Brokerage Members window, so that you invite them and that they're automatically within your brokerage, and that you don't have to worry about submitting a manual help ticket to support@reesio.com and having to wait for us to manually move them over for you. Okay, so once I've begun inviting brokerage members, then the final step in the tour is we kind of show you how to begin creating your first transaction. Of course, there are a lot of other things that you can do within Reesio first before creating transactions. If you click on this tray icon in the top navigation bar, you'll see all the CRM and marketing features that we have up here. And then, of course, you'll see the transaction management features here and the brokerage members feature here. Let me actually, for one brief moment, show you the brokerage members feature. If I click on this members icon here, it'll take me to the brokerage members page. So as I begin inviting other brokerage members into my brokerage, I will start to see them show up here. I will also start to receive notifications letting me know that they have joined my brokerage. Once they begin joining the brokerage, I have the ability to give them admin permissions within the brokerage. You can easily give somebody admin permissions within the brokerage by clicking on this little lock icon, and it'll change from black to orange, which means that they will then have admin permissions. If you do not want them to have admin permissions, you can uncheck the lock icon and it'll change from orange to black. I cannot remove admin permissions from myself, because one of the features of admin permissions is the ability to give or remove permissions from someone else. And if I were to remove admin permissions from myself, I wouldn't be able to re-give admin permissions back to myself. So that's why you cannot remove admin permissions from yourself. A couple of other features that we want to show you here as you're setting up your brokerage. You can upload your logo if you want over here by clicking on this icon and clicking Select Logo and browsing your desktop and then submitting it. You can also, if you click on the More link down here, you can see the training and webinars section that we have, which is actually where this video was hosted. So this takes you to our support library, where you can see all the videos that we have for our product and how you can learn more about our product, as well as sign up for a webinar. And then again, same thing. We have this help icon at the top, which will take you to our support library, where you can see all the support articles and screenshots that we have for all the features within our product. So a couple of other things that you can do as well after you've set up your brokerage is you can set up your initial profile settings. So if you click on your name up here in the upper right corner and click on the drop down arrow and then click on profile settings, you'll be taken to your profile settings page, where you can actually upload a profile photo as well as update your individual profile information, such as your phone number or sales license number or NERDS ID or time zone. The time zone is actually very important because you want to make sure that all of your activities and tasks get time date stamped with the correct time in your time zone. You can also change your password from this page, as well as change the email preferences that you have for receiving email notifications when documents and tasks are shared with you, and so on and so forth. You can also manage, you can also subscribe now to Reesio's paid subscription by clicking here, as well as by clicking the Subscribe Now button. If I come back to my main dashboard, I can again start to see all the things going on within my brokerage as people join and as tasks get assigned and as tasks get flagged for me to review. We also have a nice little checklist over here on the right-hand side that basically kind of lets you know the top key things that you need to do as you're getting started with creating your brokerage and setting up your brokerage account. So I've already signed up for a Reesio account. I haven't yet added all my brokerage details and logo. I added my brokerage details, but not my logo. Once I do that, then this step will get checked off. Inviting brokerage members, this won't get checked off until you invite brokerage members, or you can skip this step if you're an individual agent or TC and won't be inviting any of the brokerage members. Also, when I complete my individual profile, this will get checked off, and when I create my first transaction, this will get checked off. So that's how you set up your own brokerage within Reesio. Again, whether you're a broker that has many agents or you're an individual agent or TC that is by yourself, you can set up your brokerage easily from the homepage and manage either yourself or all of your brokerage members inside of it.